Attention is a currency, traded on the screen. Bids in the comment section, likes inflate the dream. Algorithms set the price, not truth, not skill. If it bleeds, it leaves. Volatility sells the thrill. Scroll futures, short attention, long outrage. Synthetic fame bubbles pop every age. Everybody famous, nobody known. Viral validation, leverage ego loans. They don't wanna think cause they want reactors. Fast dopamine hits, not deep thought factors. Your focus is the product, your mind is the land. The strip mining intention with a swipe of the hands. Welcome to the attention market, distorted supply. Where noise beats value and the loud multiply. They pump fake relevance, then dump your soul. Crash your self-worth just to hit engagement goals. Influence laundering, clout gets clean. Renting credibility from a rented screen. The metric ain't meaning it's retention time. If they keep you stuck, they win in the crime. Creators chase trends like fiat with no gold. Printing hot takes till the culture gets cold. Truth moves slow, lies go viral. Speed beats depth in the attention spiral. Everybody branding, nobody built. Flexing highlight reels, hiding existential guilt. The fee rewards, extremes punishes calm. Peace don't convert, chaos sells bombs. Welcome to the attention market, distorted supply. Where noise beats value and the loud multiply. They pump fake relevance, then dump your soul. Crash your self-worth just to hit engagement goals. If attention is money, most people are broke. Spending it careless on a digital joke. The richest stay quiet, move off the grid, while the poor yell louder, begging to be seen. I'm investing in silence, compounding my time. Low frequency, thinking in a high-speed grind. I don't chase virality, I build demand. Own my attention, that's a sovereign plan. They monetize distraction, I weaponize focus. While they sell illusions, I sell the notice. What you look at becomes who you are. Choose your markets before you choose your stars. Attention ain't free, it's the cost of your life. Every scroll is a cut with a digital knife. So trade it like it matters, because it does. In the economy of attraction, focus is blood. Attention is a currency, traded on the screen. Bids in the comment section, likes inflate the dream. Algorithms set the price, not truth, not skill. If it bleeds, it leaves. Volatility sells the thrill. Scroll futures, short attention, long outrage. Synthetic fame bubbles pop every age. Everybody famous, nobody known. Viral validation, leverage ego loans. They don't wanna think cause they want reactors. Fast dopamine hits, not deep thought factors. Your focus is the product, your mind is the land. The strip mining intention with a swipe of the hands. Welcome to the attention market, distorted supply. Where noise beats value and the loud multiply. They pump fake relevance, then dump your soul. Crash your self-worth just to hit engagement goals. Influence laundering, clout gets clean. Renting credibility from a rented screen. The metric ain't meaning it's retention time. If they keep you stuck, they win in the crime. Creators chase trends like fiat with no gold. Printing hot takes till the culture gets cold. Truth moves slow, lies go viral. Speed beats depth in the attention spiral. Everybody branding, nobody built. Flexing highlight reels, hiding existential guilt. The fee rewards, extremes punishes calm. Peace don't convert, chaos sells bombs. Welcome to the attention market, distorted supply. Where noise beats value and the loud multiply. They pump fake relevance, then dump your soul. Crash your self-worth just to hit engagement goals. If attention is money, most people are broke. Spending it careless on a digital joke. The richest stay quiet, move off the grid, while the poor yell louder, begging to be seen. I'm investing in silence, compounding my time. Low frequency, thinking in a high-speed grind. I don't chase virality, I build demand. Own my attention, that's a sovereign plan. They monetize distraction, I weaponize focus. While they sell illusions, I sell the notice. What you look at becomes who you are. Choose your markets before you choose your stars. Attention ain't free, it's the cost of your life. Every scroll is a cut with a digital knife. So trade it like it matters, because it does. In the economy of attraction, focus is blood.
Hold up. Oh, excuse me. Bless me. Oh, anyway, how y'all doing on this Saturday afternoon? This is your guy, Big Dog Bark, and I'd like to welcome y'all back to Attraction Economics, where we break down the supply and demand of attraction, where we talk about how to get power, how to get status, how to get leverage through attraction. And we also talk about attention. Attention is a currency, attention is a resource, and attention is also a drug. And how much attention you possess, and how to gain attention, how to spend your attention. So as you enter the building, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. And also, if you would like to donate to the Attraction Economics Operation System, Cash App is in the banner. Dollar sign Big Dog Barking 2132. Big donations, small donations, all donations are appreciated. But I know we're living in a bad economy right now, so whatever you donate, I appreciate it. If you don't donate, I understand completely. So, excuse me. Let me make sure I got all my utensils in my disposal. Make sure I got my J. Make sure I got my lighter. Okay. So, as y'all can see by today's title, we're going to talk about the latest documentary by Louis Theroux, Inside the Manosphere. And I watched it a couple of days ago, and I'm going to talk about it. Now, I'm not going to talk about it from the opinions, because then if I tell you from the opinions, then I'd be like everybody else that has something to say about the manosphere or the red pill or whatever the case may be. No, 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 no. We're not going to talk about. We're not going to react. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to voice our opinions. We're not going to say whether it's right or wrong or whatever the case may be. Nope, we're not going that direction. We're not. We're going to break it down to the point of what I talk about over here at this channel is attraction economics. So, again, inside the manosphere is by far a perfect example of attraction economics. And I know a lot of y'all will sit there and say, well, Big Dog, you saying that these individuals are perfect examples of attraction economics, but they're not good people. Ladies and gentlemen, I never said that these individuals in the red pill, the manosphere, are good people. I've always said that the manosphere and the red pill are necessary. They're just extreme. They can say what they want to say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I sit back and watch. It's extreme. Do some of the knowledge, do some of the ideology and the rhetoric be needed to say it to young men that has no male role models in life? Yeah, I agree with that. I never said I didn't agree with it. I just said it was extreme. Some of the things they say do be off the charts. He never said it wasn't. So again, I'm not here to say they right or wrong. I'm not here to bash. I'm not here to support. I'm just here to break it down from attraction economics. And one of the things that the whole documentary state shows is attention is currency. We talk about that. If I don't talk about it, somebody else talks about it. We are in the attention economy. We are in the attraction economy. So whatever gets you attention gets you what you want. You have attention already. That's a resource you already have. And you spend it on the content creators you want to spend it on. You spend it on the streaming, the movies and the TV shows you want to spend it on. You have attention, you spend it. And the content creators that got the millions and millions of subscribers and followers to get millions and millions of views and likes and all that type of shit right there and get the money, they get people's attention. It's a business. You have attention. You spend it on the content creators. They get your attention. You got money. You spend money on the content creators. It's an equal business. Fair exchange. Where's the manipulation in it? Where's the swindle? Where's the swindle? So that's the first thing, is that inside the manosphere shows that what I be saying is attention is currency. The second thing it shows this right here. Controversy. Controversy is a growth strategy. Again, saying something polarizing, saying something that's controversial, saying something that can be challenged, that goes against the normal thought processes. Because a lot of things that the men in the manosphere say and some of the women say is controversial. What is religion, what is politics, what is how relationships are supposed to be, whatever the case may be, they'll say some things that become controversial. Y'all have to excuse my grandson. He back there talking up a storm. But again, they say controversial things to grow their brands. We could just look at and then in our space, the black manosphere or black red pill or whatever you want to call it. Y'all having a field day with Anton Daniels right now. It's growing his brand. Whether y'all want to believe that or not. You know what I'm saying? You got the Anton Daniels Task Force, the Anton Daniels CSI, they digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. They finding shit out. And we watch Anton, you know, how he handling this shit. And in my opinion, it might be he really crashing out, or it might be content strategy. It might be brand strategy. Because you have to also remember that this guy says that all attention, everything content. Everything's content. So you never know. Is all this by you finding all this information out about this man? Is it gonna stop his brain? That is what y'all banking on. Is that y'all able to bring him down? Man, we'll see. Another thing this movie showed is this right here. You monetizing reality. I mean, my bad, not reality. Monetizing identity and a belief that belief system. You're getting paid off of beliefs and identity. These content creators are getting paid because they are saying things that young men identify with, they feel, they believe. Are they doing it doubling down on what they believe? 18, 21, 25, 30. Whoever is listening, they feel this. Now, whether it's real or not, it's up to them. But if they feel like they're going through this, that, and the third, and these content creators are doubling down on their feelings and telling them, hey, whatever they got to tell them to make them feel better. And if they get $1 out of it, who's to say they wrong? Who's to say they wrong? And also, all they do is show them. All the movie did was show how your audience turns into revenue. That's it. That's it. All that right there is attraction economics. And the funny thing about it is we'll sit up here and we'll try to talk bad about somebody because we don't like the person. We don't like how they live. We don't like the things they do. We don't like the things they say. And you'll try your damnedest to bring that person down. But in the process of bringing that person down, the process of coming up with petitions or whatever the case may be to boycott this or get them off the platforms or whatever the case may be, you do know y'all doing the same thing that this so-called person that's the devil, that's evil, that's has no ethics or moral. Y'all do know y'all doing the same thing that person is doing, right? So y'all don't want to hear that part. See, it's easy to play this guy's the bad guy because of what he's doing. It's easy to say that. Trust me, I know. I've been the bad guy. At times, I'm still the bad guy. It's easy to say he's the bad guy because of the shit he say and the shit he do. But you're doing the same shit and the same shit he do. The same shit he say, the same shit he do. You're doing the same things. It's just that you are righteous. You have morals. You have values. You have ethics. But you're using the same system the devil used. You're using the same systems that the people that y'all don't like use in order to get what you want out of social media. I mean, we are content creators, right? We are content creators. So the same things y'all accuse these guys of doing is the same things you're doing to boost your platforms. The same exact things. Now, where inside the Manosphere, the documentary fits into attraction economics is three things. First of all, it's the stack. You feel what I'm saying? It's the systems. Again, I just got through saying this, is that we're all using the same system. We might not be pushing the same ideology, the same products, or whatever the case may be. Drop my lighter. We may not be pushing the same shit. Like I said, you might not be a red pill content creator. You might not be a manosphere. You may not be a dating coach or relationship expert, or whatever the case may be. You may not be in them type of industries, them type of communities. You might be in the gaming community. You might be in the sports community. You might be in the gardening community. You might be in some type of other community outside of the manosphere. You might not, you might be outside of the red pill, blue pill, black pill, pink pill. You outside of that shit. You're in a whole other community. And in your community, you are using a system to get your audience. You are using the system to get your audience. You're in the gaming community. You play games. You make videos of you gaming. You have to get the game that everybody is talking about right now on whatever platform that is, and you have to play it. You have to show it. You have to comment on it, and all that. You have to do your commentary. You have to do all that type of shit while talking about the game, and you got to make it entertaining for your audience. There's nothing bad about your gaming. You might say a couple of curse words here and there, but again, there's nothing wrong with the gaming community. But you're using the same system that the Manosphere using. The sports community. You talk about sports, football, basketball, March Madness going on right now. You know they're talking about that. You're going to have your takes on it, and whoever had the most outrageous takes get the most likes. They get followed. But it's talking about basketball, talking about baseball, football, hockey, whatever the case may be. You're talking about a sport, but you're using the same system that the Manosphere use. You gotta say something to get the likes and the followers and the subscribers to your own personal channel. So whatever community you in, whatever you're doing, you're using the same system that the so-called Manosphere use. You're no different than these guys. You're no different. You're using the same shit, the same systems. Number two is the machine. You're making content to get attention, to get monetized. Are we not doing that? Are we not doing that? Regardless of the community you in, regardless of the category you put yourself in, do you not make content? Whether it's lives, whether it's pre-records, whether it's shorts, do you or do you not make content? You make content. We're in a content creating business. We make content. We make content. And you make content to do what? Get an audience. Even me doing what I do, at the rate I do it, I still want an audience. I still want an audience. I still make content to get an audience to somehow, some way get some monetization. Now, how I do my content is on me. On me. Do I do something to get 15 minutes of fame, or do I stay on what I'm doing and get whatever comes to me? That's on me. How bad do I want the attention? How bad do I want the audience? You feel what I'm saying? What am I willing to say, or what I'm willing to do to get the audience with my content? And then once I get the audience, now I gotta keep on doing these things that keep the audience coming in hopes of getting monetized. At least get some couple of dollars through Cash App. But that's the play. That's the machine. You make content to draw in an audience that's gonna pay you for your content. Do you or do you not fall into that same category? I'm just asking. I don't hear this a lot of times. You making content you on YouTube could get paid. Excuse me. So if you're on here to get paid, what's the problem with the Manosphere guys that's getting paid with their content? We're all in the same machine. We're all using the same systems. We're all using the same machine. And your brand, perception, and positioning. What you stand on, your perceived value, and what you stand on. We talk about what we do and who we are and what we stand on different topics, what we stand on in life. We talk about this all the time in other communities outside of the Manosphere. We had these conversations. I know they do. But again, when it comes down to the Manosphere, they're wrong because of their positioning and their perceived reality, their perceived value. Again, this is not me talking bad about them. I have no opinion. All I said is they was extreme. I'm not gonna say they toxic. I'm not gonna say they wrong. I'm just stepping back and breaking down the traction economics and telling you guys is that they do the same things you do to get the same thing you trying to get. They're not doing nothing different than you. They're not doing nothing different than you. And like I said, you have an Anton Daniels task force digging up evidence, digging up videos, all type of evidence, all type of information to use against Anton. Get your money. Get what you need to get. But y'all not dissecting him as a person. He's not perfect. He's flawed. He's more of a degenerate than he lead on to be. He's a degenerate. Fine, cool. A lot of us are degenerate. A lot of us do the dumbass shit from time to time again. You know what I'm saying? We do shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us are, but the majority of people that do shit are opportunists. The majority of people that just do shit are opportunists. They see opportunity to get ahead and they're gonna take it. That's most people. The criminals, they don't give a damn about the outcome. They're gonna do it regardless. If they get caught, they get caught. If they don't get caught, they don't get caught. They already know it's a chance for them to get caught. And they still gonna do it. And they're gonna serve their time. They're gonna take their punishment. It's the opportunities that see an opportunity to do something and knowing they can get caught. And they'll do it. And then when they get caught, then it's the pressure of success. It's the pressure of being perfect. It's the pressure of this. It's the pressure of that. Say what you got to say for why you chose an opportunity. You trying to weasel your way out of it after you get caught versus somebody that's standing on business. It's like, I already know something's going to happen if I get caught. So I might as well do it. I'm going to do it anyway. Knowing there's a chance I might get murked. Knowing there's a chance I might go to jail. I'm still going to do it. And if I get caught one way or another, hey, I gotta take it. I gotta deal with it. That's a criminal. That's a criminal. Most of us are opportunists. You're finding an opportunity to come at Anton to boost your shit. That's what we do. That's what we do. Now, am I saying that to give you a pass? No, what I'm saying is you're no different than the man you coming after. And y'all hate that. That I've heard a couple of individuals say that it's like you're no different than the person you're chasing. You're no different than the person you trying to throw under the bus. You're no different from them because you do the same thing that they do. The only difference is you say is righteous. You're a righteous individual. You got morals, you got ethics, you got values. So when you do it, it's for the good. But when they do it, it's for the bad. And I sit back and say, hey, everybody doing it. Everybody doing it. Whatever side of the fence you're going to stand on it. That's on you. But everybody doing it. You're no different than the guy you're chasing. So we're breaking down the attention engine. The attention engine, you going to say something polarizing, outrageous, controversial. You're going to do something, say something that's going to get clipped up. And you're going to do something, say something that trigger emotions. That's attraction economics 101. That's attraction economics 101. To say something or do something that's controversial, polarizing, outrageous, go viral, clipped up, and triggers emotions. That's attraction economics 101. You do that every day. Whether you have your team clip up your shit or whether other individuals, other content creators watch the shit, clip the shit up their goddamn self, take it back to their channel and review with their goddamn self. You're going to say something or do something that's going to get clipped up and people have an opinion on. Attraction economics 101. Plain and simple. Now we got the money. The money. All the money is you selling a course, monetization, lifestyle, and status. Like when we do our lives, what are you selling for somebody to donate to you? Because again, you'll take shots at the Manosphere for selling courses that may or may not work. You know what I'm saying? Selling products that may or may not work. Okay. What are you selling? What are you selling? See, when you say they grifting because they selling these bullshit courses for these high prices that may not work. I can only create the shit. I can only promote the shit, market it. If you buy it, you buy it. If you don't buy it, you don't buy it. Plain and simple. But when I talk to guys that just do content, just do lives, no merch, nothing else, no courses, no merch, no products, no nothing, just you talking. And you want somebody to send you some money for what? Are you a motivational speaker? Because that's the only thing I could see with some of you guys is you motivational speakers. You're talking. Now you can get paid for being a motivational speaker, but is you getting paid? Because if you're good at it, you don't have to ask nobody to send you no money. See, the guys y'all hate don't ask for people to send them money. They don't. They create some shit, they market it and sell it. They don't ask for no money. They're not sitting up here doing live streams and kind of talking about hit this and hit that. He make the cash, make the chat light up, hit the cash app, hit the Venmo, They're not doing all that type of shit. That's y'all. That's y'all. The ones that's coming at the content creators y'all don't like. Y'all the content creators asking for $1. Just because you're reviewing the content creator you don't like. Are we saying that you're better? Because what? You saying they terrible because they grifting, but they're grifting. They're selling bullshit courses. They selling a bullshit lifestyle, all that type of shit. Fine, cool. They selling a dream. Gotcha. What are you selling for somebody to donate to your channel? What are you selling? I'm just asking. No shade, no beef, no nothing. You have a problem with them grifting, but you're also trying to get a dollar by reacting to the grifter, by talking about what you want to talk about. You're trying to get paid too. It's just that they came up with something to sell and you just talking. They're getting paid for all the shit they're doing, regardless if they're a good guy or a bad guy. They're getting paid without asking for the money. They're selling it. They're creating an image that people want to buy into. You, on the other hand, are just talking. And you want people to donate to your conversation. You're no different than the ones you're talking about. You're trying to get paid just like them. But somehow, some way, they're the bad guy because they're grifting. Okay, have it your way. Have it your way. So all that is really an audience, a belief, an identity, a purchase. That's all that shit is. We're doing the same shit. It's just that they're the bad guy because you say they grifting. They only doing it because there's some money in it. But you're trying to get paid too. So break it down. How are they bad when you're trying to get paid too? Just asking. Like I said, nothing personal. Just me asking questions. Brand positioning. They act like they're truth tellers. You know what I'm saying? They're mainstream. They're mentors. All that is clear energy, clear promise, strong brand gravity. That's all that is. They're positioning their brand, they're positioning who they is to make money, to be mainstream. They saying who they is, they're telling you what it is in order for the post to gravitate to them. But somehow, some way, when they do it, they're wrong, but you do the same thing. Like I said, it's the systems, it's the money, it's the identity, it's the brand. You're mad at them, you calling them grifters and charlatans and whatever the case may be, because they done set motherfuckers up. They done gave men a false sense of hope. That's what y'all saying. You mad at the man. You're not mad at the system because you're using the same system. I remember when Donald Trump said this shit to Hillary Clinton. When she tried to, get him on his taxes or whatever the case may be. And Donald Trump said this right here. Yeah. I used that system to take advantage. I took advantage of a system that was in place. I did that. And your friends did too. I took advantage of a system that's in place, and your friends did too. She had nothing to say. See, it's easy to point fingers at a guy like Trump and say he's terrible. But again, he'll say, I'm using the same system that you using. It's just that I know how to use it better than you for whatever I'm trying to do. When I sit up here and listen to people talking about stocks, it's a system. You want to get a, you want to invest, you want to do this, you want to do that, but you don't want to use the system that your counterparts are using, and you want to sit here and say, well, they doing something we're doing, not doing. Of course, they're using the system that you're scared to use, and they're benefiting from the system that you don't want to learn. But somehow, some way, they doing something you can't do. All you gotta do is learn the system. You don't want to learn it. You want to get the benefits of the system, but you don't want to learn the system. You just want somebody to give you the benefits of a system. You don't want to take time to create a system or learn a system that's already out there. No, you just want the benefits of the system. So what I'm talking about now is this right here. You're literally mad at somebody that mastered the system that you're using. You're literally trying to say that both of y'all doing the same thing, but because this person is a degenerate, unholy, whatever negative connotation, whatever negative words you got to say toward these individuals, you're going to call them that, but you're using the same system that they're using. You're doing the same thing that these bad guys are doing. It's just that when you do it, you're doing it for righteous reasons. Again, I'm not taking their side. I'm not riding with them. I'm not co-signing none of this shit. I'm looking at the shit from what I talk about. This is a system. This is a system. I'm not saying they're toxic. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not voicing an opinion about the manosphere. No, I'm not doing all that right there. I'm breaking the shit down. It's like, bro, you're using the same system that you accuse them of using. Them grifters, remember? Con men. Con men. Because they selling courses, they selling these, that, and the third to individuals between the ages of 18 and 30 that have no direction. They have no direction. They found the market, they found the need in the market. And they making money off of it. No different than any other business. You're doing the same thing. It's just that you're going to come at them for what they doing and say they're wrong while doing the exact same thing. You're taking their content and reviewing their content to get your likes up, to get your views up, to get your audience up, to get your money up in the name of righteousness, in the name of doing what's right. You're doing what you're doing in the name of good, but you're doing the same thing that the evil one's doing. I tell y'all this several times before, is that I don't care how good of a person you are. You're going to do something to gain some type of power, regardless of how good of a person you are. You're going to do something to get a little power. So when it comes down to this, you're doing the exact same thing. You're taking shots at the grifter just to boost your shit up, just so back and donate to you, so you can get a few more subscribers, a few more likes. You're doing the exact same thing. And I'm not the hater. I'm the individual that can sit there and point the shit out. I'm the individual that can sit there and point the shit out. I have another dog in the fight. Excuse me. I sit over here. I talk my shit. I do my thing. I sit over here, I talk my shit, I do my thing. Again, I have no stake into what the Manosphere do. I say they extreme, but I also say some shit they say is needed. And just by me saying that, you're like, oh, you believe in that shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all a long time ago, my great grandmama gave me my red pill philosophy. My great granny, she told me if you can fend for yourself, the only reason you need a woman is for some pussy and to make a baby. This was the words came out of my great grandmother's mouth. Not no dude, a woman. A woman. My mother. She told me what women like. So you think I'm not gonna do it? To boost my odds of getting women? She a woman. You think I'm not gonna listen to my partner's mamas on how to get women? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. A dude ain't never told me nothing. Only thing the dude ever showed me was how a woman would tolerate your bullshit and still be by your side. That's what I learned from me. That you can be with the shit and they'll still be there. That's what I learned. So when I say that I can agree with some of that shit, think about what I came from. I came from an environment where women was looked at as nothing but a box and a baby maker. That's where I came from. Now over time, I realized I love women. I like women. I like to be around them. I like to treat them nice and shit like that. But I also know I would do them dirty. That's my upbringing. That's what I know. And a nigga didn't tell me that. A woman told me that. Women told me that. I'm just doing what they telling me to do to deal with women. Sue me. So when I sit there and hear some shit that these guys say, and I'm like, I was told that as a youngin'. Then you'll say, oh, you ride with them now because they extreme. I'm not riding with them. I can sit there and say they right. They have a point. I heard that before. So when I say something like that, then you automatically gonna put me in that boat with them guys. I'm like, no, I'm not with them. No, I'm not extreme. No, I'm not telling my son to just, you know what I'm saying, get all the pussy he can get and then just treat him like shit. No, I told my son, hey, look, if you like her, then you don't have to deal with the shit. If it's short term, then do what you're gonna do and send her about her business. If it's long term, it's a whole different story. That's on you. What you trying to do? Is you trying to be in it for the long run or the short run? If you trying to be in for the short run, what you do. No strings attached. Have fun. If you trying to build something that okay, it's gonna be some ups and downs. There's gonna be some good days and some bad days. Are you able to deal with it? Are you able to deal with the when the shit don't go right? Are you able to deal with this shit? If you're not able to deal with this shit, then don't look for no long-term solutions. That's what I be on. Now, if you want some pay for some pussy type shit, bruh, I was tricking. I was going to the strip club between the ages of 15 and 20. If that's your game, that's your game. That was part of my game as a teenager, and I had girlfriends, and I still was going to the strip club because I was able to get in the strip club because I looked like I was grown. I spent money on strippers. I spent money on bad chicks that look fine, thick as hell, beautiful, for $50. I did that. So again, when I hear the shit, it's like, hey, I'm not extreme like them individuals, but I can understand them individuals. I'm not co-signing none of the shit they say. They wanna, be in their mid-30s going back and get an 18-year-old. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. I got a daughter that's 24. What I look like at 46 going back to get a chick at the same age as my daughter? That's stupid. In my head, I don't agree with that shit. But you got some guy that say, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I got the money to do it. The niggas in her age bracket can't afford her, or whatever the case may be. So I might well go get her. I don't agree with that. And there's some people that do. I don't agree that a woman is just a box, even though I was told that my whole life. Up until my great grandma passed in 99. I was told that a woman ain't nothing but a box and a baby maker from her. I don't look at women as just baby makers. I say women smart. Women can do shit. Women can do shit. I don't have a problem with a woman going to school and getting an education. I don't have a problem with a woman going and get a job, making some money. I don't have a problem with a woman standing on what she's standing on saying, fuck a nigga. I don't have a problem with that type of shit. And some guys do. I don't. I'm like, hey, let her do what she do. Just because I can ride with some of the shit they say don't mean I'm part of the group. They can say some shit that makes some sense and I can agree with the shit. And then when they do some shit that don't make sense to me, I don't agree with, guess what? I don't ride with it. I don't ride with it. And it is what it is. But yeah, I like this. See, most people watch inside the manosphere. Most people watch inside the manosphere, and you'll have an opinion. You agree with them, you disagree with them, whatever the case may be. That's your opinion. That's how you feel about what you saw when you watched this movie. But the problem is, none of y'all are really just stepping back. None of y'all are stepping back and asking the question, like, what system are they actually using to get to where they getting? And it ain't random acts of content. It's structured content. It ain't just you pulling out your camera, pulling out your phone and start recording. No, you're recording it for a reason. You're recording it for a reason. And in the words of Anton Daniels, everything is content. So just by him saying everything is content, the structure he has is that I can use any and everything at my disposal to get attention. What is good or bad? What is real or fake? I will use it to get attention. That's a system. That's a system. I will use whatever I have in my disposal to get the attention I need. That's a law of power that he does. Nothing is off limits. Now, when he get to acting up, talking about you can't say this about his wife, you can't say this about his child, whatever the case may be, now it's like, all right, bro, you can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and talk how you talk about other people's shit, and then when somebody talk about your shit, you get offended. No, that's not how that shit works. If you're gonna talk about somebody's shit, be prepared for somebody to talk about your shit. That's just reciprocity. That's just how I get down. I can't sit here and do the shit I do and think it ain't gonna come back around. I've been accept the shit like that. I know if I do somebody dirty, somebody gonna come back around and try to do me dirty. I know this. And that be the thing with some of these individuals is that part is that the system, again, you're using what you're doing as a way to get paper. But then when somebody do it and you're the content, now you're mad. Why are you mad? They doing the same thing you're doing. Why you're mad? You wasn't mad when you went and farmed somebody else shit and made content off somebody else shit for your own purposes of your platform. You did that. Now when somebody coming for you to boost up their platform, it's a problem. There's no problem. Why is there a problem? Y'all doing the same shit. There shouldn't be a problem. There shouldn't be a problem. But see, here's where y'all get a lot of things misconstrued, misunderstood. On the surface, it's about the person that's saying it. You don't like Anton. You don't like Myron. You don't like Sneeko. You don't like Donovan Sharp. You don't like these individuals. You don't like them. But that's not what it is. What it is this right here. It's the attention. It's the attention that Anton Daniels get that you don't like. On the surface, you don't like him. Underneath him is the shit you really don't like. Is the attention that the degenerate get. I seen it with JP. See, JP stood on his bullshit, and he got him attention. And there was a lot of individuals that don't like that because he's a degenerate that get more attention than your righteous ass. His degeneracy, his antics, his speech, yeah, got him kicked off. But he stood on the shit he was saying, which got him a little following. And individuals thought that they better than him. Individuals that said they're better than Jay Prince felt some type of way because they're doing the same thing Jay Prince doing. It's just that you're not getting the buzz Jay Prince getting. So you coming for him. You're talking about him being on Section 8. You're talking about his parenting. You're talking about his living condition. You talk about everything and anything possible to the individual that put this shit on the screen. He ain't had the shit. He indulged in the shit. And you come for that every chance you get. You come for anything and everything possible to try to knock Jay Prince down. But he's like, I already told you this shit. It don't work. You're going to have to come in another direction. You have to come in another angle to get me off my square. I'm already talking this shit. And it's getting me the attention. It's getting me the shit y'all can't get. You're not mad at Jay Prince. You're better than Jay Prince. You're mad at the attention. You're not mad at Jay Prince. You're mad at the attention. He's getting the attention you can't get when he was on YouTube. And that's all it was. It wasn't him. It was the attention. You're not mad at Anton. There's a lot of niggas that move like Anton. You're not mad at Anton. You're mad at the attention he get. You're not mad at Myron. You're mad at the attention. You're not mad at the individual. You want to be mad at the individual. You're mad at the attention. That's why you act the way you act towards certain individuals is the attention that this individual get, not the person. Because again, we're all doing the same shit. It's just that the degenerates, the bad guy, get all the attention and y'all don't like it. So you have to knock the bad guy down to make yourself look good. But again, at the end of the day, you're using the same system the bad guy is using. But again, you're using it for righteousness. You're using the system for righteousness. Ain't you trying to get likes? Ain't you trying to get views? Ain't you trying to get some money? Yeah, you is. Why else are you doing? Y'all say this all the time. You only doing this so you can get paid. trying to get some money off of YouTube. So the bad guys doing the same thing you're trying to do, and they're getting it. And you feel some type of way because you're doing the same shit and you can't get it. So you don't like them. You don't like them. Nope. You just mad because you can't get the attention they get. And they barely trying. They barely trying. And the thing is, they just not getting the attention. They're engineering the attention. They making the attention. Because attention don't move randomly. It moves in patterns. It follows patterns. This ain't random. It follows patterns. It responds to tension. It reacts to clarity. It focuses on identity. And once you understand it, you stop watching the people and you start seeing the system. See, what y'all doing is y'all focused on the person so fucking much that you don't even understand the system that they're using to get the attention they get. Or you quick to say they're grifters because they don't believe in what they're saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't ride with them niggas. I understand the system. I don't ride with the individuals. I understand the system that they're using. I don't care about these individuals one way or another. They don't make or break me. But I can sit back and say, oh, they full of shit, but I can see what they're doing to get paid. And these the bad guys. Then when I look at the good guys, the so-called good guys, I sit back and watch. I'm like, y'all no different than the bad guys. The only difference I see is that the bad guys, they create something and put out content or whatever the case may be and don't ask for $1. You good guys react to the bad guys and all y'all ask for is a donation for reacting to the bad guys. The bad guys create the product that they don't even ask for. They create shit that gets sold. They don't ask for shit. You're reacting to the bad guy in hopes of getting $1. Who really is the worst individual? The person that's creating the product to sell or the person reacting to the salesman? Who really the bad guy? Who's really the bad guy? And again, nothing personal. Me not taking sides. Me not take sides. I'm just being honest. Who really the bad guy? The person that create the product that people buy into, the content that people buy into, they don't ask for shit. They just create shit. And it might be right. It might be wrong. It might be real. It might be fake. But they create the shit and they get compensated for the creations. Or the person that's watching the bad guy create the content, calling them out for being grifters and degenerates and this, that, and the third, and in return asking for $1 for reacting to the bad guy. Who worse? Which one of y'all worse? I'm in sales. Well, I was in sales. Pharmaceuticals. I got something that the people want. They're going to come shop with me, right? I got something they want. They're going to shop with me. You see them shopping with me. So what do? You're a hater because you mad at that folk come shop with me and not shop with you. So now you get to talk bad about me because you're not getting the sales I'm getting. Hoping that you could say some disparaging marks about me say something that's downright idiotic to make me look bad in order for my customers to come to you. You're going to say something about me and my product, who I am as a person, whatever the case may be, in hopes that some of my clientele will come shop with you. Just so you can get a piece of what I'm getting. It ain't that you mad at me on the surface. You hate me. You don't like me. But bro, you doing what I'm doing. You're doing exactly what I'm doing. You're just mad that I'm getting it and you're not. So in order for you to get some of what I'm getting, you're willing to talk bad about me. You're willing to step on my product. You're willing to step on my name just so you can get some of my people that's shopping with me faithfully to come shop with you. And then what? Then what? Because again, while you doing that, I see my clientele shrinking little by little. What do? I pivot. I do something else that's gonna keep my client, that's gonna grow my clientele. I could do something you can't do. So now you done took some of my customers high for you. I went and got some more customers. I done double what you done took, and I'm making more. Now you want to sit up there and show me bread that you making off customers I done had, and I go in my pocket and show you a little bit more bread. And now you shop and say, where'd you get that from? My customers, my audience, my clientele. You thought you did something when you took some of my people from me. You didn't do shit. All you did was made me go harder. And it's still nothing personal. It's still no beef. But I saw what you did. See, that's what this shit really boils down to, is that the people that y'all don't like is doing something you can't do. So in order to even the odds, you talk bad about them. You talk bad about them in order to even the odds, in order to get on the same playing field they get on, because you got to talk bad about them to get some of their customers. But at the end of the day, you got to ask the customers you just took from them for some money, for talking bad about the person you just took them from. And when they don't give you no money, you crash out. You have a problem. Oh, I've been up here for all this time and ain't nobody send me $1. That's your fault. That's your fault. What you thought, reacting to something the nigga do was gonna get you paid? It does. But when you crashing out because I want nobody to send you $1, are you really mad at me? Or you mad because you can't get no money? I said this over and over again. When we talk about the women, I'm like, is you mad at the women for picking the better nigga, or you mad at the nigga for being a better nigga? Who you mad at, really? Who you mad at? Are you mad at the woman that picks the better nigga? The perceived better nigga? Or you mad because you ain't the better nigga? Which one is it? Which one is it? You gonna talk crazy to the woman for not picking you, or you gonna talk crazy to the man because you ain't him? Which one? This is what I be talking about. I don't pick sides. I keep shit down the middle. I don't pick sides. I stick on what I stick on, and that's the economics. Economics of this attention, of attraction. This is what I stick on. Now, again, this is the principle that they following, that everybody following. It's a simple idea, and then everybody following it right now. You feel what I'm saying? Attention is the entry point to everything. Attention. Now, no attention, no audience. No audience, no influence. No influence, no money. Plain and simple. No attention, no audience, no audience, no influence, no influence, no money. So all of us are trying to get attention. All of us are trying to get attention. So the question that you ask is, what can I consistently do for my attention to scale? What can I do over and over again to get my platform to grow? Not on occasion, not by accident. Predictability. What can I do that's gonna make it grow? I gotta do something that I know gonna get these folks in the door, that's gonna give me the influence I need over these people to get money, to get clout. What can I say? What can I do to get the attention, to get the audience, to get the influence, to get the money? What can I say? What can I do on a regular basis? Not a once in a lifetime play. Consistently get folks into my platform. Consistently get my audience to grow. Consistently spread my influence. Consistently get $1. What can I say? What can I do to get this? And in the manosphere, in the spaces, red pill, manosphere, SYS, whatever sector this is, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? You're seeing what's going on. You're seeing these guys say something and do something to get attention. Attention leads to an audience. Audience leads to influence. Influence leads to money. Again, what are you doing? What are you saying to get attention? Again, they're bad guys in y'all head because they doing whatever and saying whatever to get attention. I can agree with that. Are you willing to do the same? And you're not. And that's perfectly fine. You're not willing to do the shit that they do to get the shit that they get. That's perfectly fine. But you can't get mad at them because you're not willing to do the shit. What you say? They sacrificing their soul. Fine. If they sacrificing their soul, let them sacrifice. Because they doing it for what you want to. Just like when we talk about Hollywood. Folks willing to do whatever to get a paycheck. Okay. Does that make them bad people or that just make them hungry, thirsty, willing to do whatever to get paid? Because you want to get paid too. You ain't in movies and TV shows for free. You trying to get paid too. It's just certain things you're not willing to do to get the bag. And that's perfectly fine. But when they doing whatever they doing to get the bag, you say they are evil. But you trying to get paid too. You're trying to get paid too. You're trying to get your celebrity. You're trying to get your status. You're trying to get your bread. You're trying to get the shit you want too. It's just that they're willing to do a little bit more. They're willing to do a little bit more. It's like watching the movie, watching the documentary, HS Tiki Taki. I never knew about until the documentary. When the Louis Theroux guy told him, well, they were talking about the gym. He's like, I want you to come to the gym. So you basically telling them to come to the gym, but soon they come to the gym, you got a box of donuts waiting on. He said, okay. He said, ain't that contradictory? Okay. He said, I'm gonna go to the gym. Now, if you want to sit there and eat the donuts, that's your business. But I'm gonna go to the gym. That's a choice. That's a choice. You don't have to eat the donuts, but eating the donuts look way more appealing than going to work out. So you'll eat the donuts. He finna go work out. And then he said, either if you eat the donuts or go work out, guess what? I get paid either way. I don't care if you eat the donuts. They're my donuts. I don't care if you work out. That's my gym. Whatever you decide to do, fine, do it. I'm still gonna get paid off it whichever way you go. That's the same shit. That's the same exact shit. It's like you're looking at this individual saying he bad because of how he move, but you're trying to do the same thing he doing. You're trying to get paid. You're trying to get paid just like the bad guy trying to get paid. It's just that the bad guy don't give a damn about none of that shit. He's trying to get money. He don't care about, well, all money ain't good money. He know that. He don't care. He going to get his money. All attention ain't good attention. They don't care. They like attention. Kevin Gates said this shit a long time ago. There's a lot of hoes with dicks out there. A hoe like attention. Just because a hoe ain't necessarily somebody that's fucking, which I like to say, that's not necessarily a hoe. A hoe like attention. Now, it might be some sex involved to get the attention she want, but all the motherfucker gotta do is just put on some clothes or act a certain type of way so everybody can look at her. That's a hoe. You go to the mall, it's certain labels you want to put on your body. You a label hoe. Right or wrong? It's only certain clothes, it's only certain brands you want to wear. You ain't wearing nothing else. You a hoe of that brand. You a hoe of that brand. You a hoe of that restaurant. You a hoe of them shoes. You a hoe. However you want to slice it, you a hoe. Whether you got a box or a stick, you a hoe. You want attention. You want to be seen. You want to be heard. You a hoe. You a hoe. It's just that these individuals are willing to do a little bit more to be seen and be heard. They're willing to do the shit you're not willing to do, but you want to be seen and heard too. Some hoes just more extreme than others. But if you're trying to do what you're doing to get some clout, to get a little money out of the situation, you a hoe too. You a hoe too. You a hoe too. Again, we're in an attention economy. Attention is the number one currency now. Everybody got it and everybody want it. What are you willing to get it? And what are you spending it on? We can sit up here and talk about algorithms. I just heard this shit not too long ago. Motherfucker talking about every time they go on IG, all they see is butt nigga hoes. You do know that the reason you looking at butt nigga hoes is because you like butt nigga hoes. They just didn't pop up on your IG out of nowhere. No. You looking at this. You looking at this. They just didn't pop up out of nowhere. You looking at this. That's something I tell y'all. My IG is the strip club. I stick on what I stay on. Go to my IG, go to my TikTok, go to my X. Yes, it's women on my shit. I'm not finna deny that shit, not by a long shot. I'm not finna sit there and say, oh, every time I jump on one of these motherfucking platforms, first thing I see is some big ass titties or a fat ass. That's what I like looking at. Also, I like looking at 80s cartoons, Transformers, G.I. Joe, He-Man, Thundercats. That's what I grew up on. I like sports. I'm a former coach. I like football. I like basketball. I like baseball. Me and my wife like cooking. I watch foodies. I look at recipes. You know what I'm saying? I'm in sales. I listen to salesmen. I listen to businessmen and women. So my algorithms are my algorithm because I like this shit. It's not because something just popped up. This is what I've been spending my attention on. And when I get tired of looking at the shit, I turn the shit off. I sit up here and create content just like everybody else. I do my content. Do I want people to watch me? Yes. Do I want people to listen to me? Yes. Am I willing to do some extreme shit just to get you to watch and subscribe? No. I'm not. I'm not willing to be on a panel 8 hours a day. No, I'm not willing to do it. I'm not willing to react to everybody's shit. I'm not willing to do it. So I got boundaries on my content creating, but I do want what everybody else getting. It's just that I ain't that thirsty. I ain't that hungry. I'm not willing to go against myself to get the likes and the views. No, I get what I get. I get what I get. And I'm content. I'm content. I'm good. I'm good. But if you look closely, you'll see the patterns that start popping up. Just pay attention. Excuse me. The positions people take. Oh, excuse me. The positions people take, the emotions they trigger, the us versus them mentality, the constantly repeating of the core ideas. Everybody doing that shit. Look around in this. So look around YouTube. Look around TikTok. Whatever social media platform y'all look around. People standing on what they standing on. They don't give a fuck how you feel. It's us versus them. Whoever ride with me, ride with me. Whoever riding against me, riding against me. Us versus them mentality. And I'm gonna repeat the same shit over and over again. You see this everywhere. This shit ain't new. This shit ain't new. I said this not too long ago. Law 27 of the 48 laws of power. Create a cult-like influence. Use religion. Use religion to create your cult. That's a law of power. That's a law of power. And I'm going to keep on telling y'all that if you got that book in your possession, depending on what type of individual you is, either you a psychopath or you trying to protect yourself. Either you a psychopath or you trying to protect yourself. You doing everything for the right reasons, or you're a psychopath. The same way we look at the content creators in the manosphere or whatever, and the people that hate these motherfuckers is like, what are you doing what you're doing for? Are you doing what you're doing because you're crazy? Because you're a full-blown degenerate and you found a way to get you some money by being a degenerate? Or are you doing this shit on the righteous behavior? Either way you go, you're still following the same law. You're creating a cult. You're still following the same law. Whether it's for good or for bad, you're still following the same law. I try to tell y'all individuals, I don't give a fuck how good you is, your ass gonna do the same shit the bad guy do. You're gonna do the same shit the bad guy do. You want people to follow you because you righteous. They got people following them because they with the shit. I guess this is the God versus the devil situation. Heaven and hell. I don't need the Bible to tell you got angels over here and demons over there. I don't need no religion to tell me that. It's good people on both sides. It's good people, and I take that back. It ain't good people on both sides. It's people that are doing the same shit on both sides for different reasons. You got people that are doing it for good. You got people that are doing it for evil. But they're doing the same thing. I keep telling y'all this shit. We do the same shit over and over again. Is why you're doing it. What's the reason for doing it? You take shots at these niggas because they say shit you don't like, you don't agree with. They grifting, they con me, and whatever the case may be. But again, they created a product that motherfuckers buy into, and they get paid handsomely. They get well compensated. You, on the other hand, you react to them and ask for and beg for $1. You react to them and beg for $1. They create a product and sell it. You're reacting to them and trying to get paid for the reaction. They create shit and get paid off the creation. Who really the bad guy? Who really thirsty? Who really doing the most? And all this shit is you see it day in, day out. It becomes more and more visible. Because when something works, why fix it? If it ain't broke, why fix it? If it's working, why stop? Why change? This goes back to the incentive. If they're getting rewarded for being degenerates, why would they stop being degenerates? I said this shit about men and women in relationships. If you're rewarding this bad behaving female because she look good, she got big ass tits and a big ass, and you keep on giving her whatever she want, and she has a bad behavior, and yet you still bless her, is it her fault that you the idiot? No, it's not her fault. It's your fault for constantly blessing a bad behaving female. Same with the women. Is it his fault that you keep blessing him and he can't keep his dick in his pants and you keep dealing with his ass? No, it's not his fault. It's your fault for constantly dealing with his ass. Where's the manipulation? Where's the manipulation? Where's the gold digging? Where's the shit at? You want to blame the individual instead of blaming yourself. If what I do works, why would I change? If I'm getting paid on what the fuck I say or what the fuck I do, why would I stop saying it and stop doing it? Why would I stop? Why would I stop? If I'm getting what I want out of it and being the way I am, why would I change? I have no reason to change. See, it's you guys over here that like to dissect. And you want to stand on certain shit, but the shit you stand on don't get you no money. You want the money, so you willing to go into the mud. You willing to go into the shit. You willing to go into the sewer just to get a couple of dollars, but you still want to stand on your morals. Make that make sense? You supposed to be righteous, but the minute your register ain't ringing, you willing to go a little dirty just to get some cash out, some super chats. You willing to do a little dirt just so you can get a little money. But you moral. You got values, you got ethics, but you willing to get messy in order to get some money. While the nigga over here that's messy anyway, getting money anyway by being messy, guess what happened? Oh, he terrible. But he getting what you begging for. He's getting what you're begging for. Is he really that bad? Or is you just mad because you can't get what he get? You can't sit up there and work in the same system he work in and get mad because you ain't getting the same outcome he getting. You in the same system. When y'all sit up here and talk about how much you spending for microphones and software and this, that, and the third, the consumer don't give a fuck. The audience don't give a damn. Do the show. You start comparing, well, you donate to this motherfucker, but won't donate to me. That because that's who they like. That's why they send money over there. That's why there's so many folks in they chat. Because they like them. Good or bad, they like them. You struggling. You can't get what you want. You can't just likes don't match the viewers. You can't get no money and shit. You literally stop the show until folks start hitting the like button or send you some money. Are they really the bad guy? Or are you? Are they really the bad guy? Or are you the bad guy? Think about what I'm saying. Take all personal shit out of here. Take your emotions out of the situation. Take your feelings out of the situation. Are they really the bad guy or are you the bad guy? Think about it. We gonna keep going. So this is what a lot of people miss. Let me light up my J. A lot of people miss this shit. See, they try to copy what they see on the surface. They try to copy what they see on the surface. They try to copy the tone. They try to copy the topic. They try to copy the style. They try to copy that shit. Kevin Samuels, rest in heaven. When Kevin Samuels was alive, Kevin Samuels had niggas putting on suits. I'm gonna say that again. Kevin Samuels had niggas putting on suits just to imitate him and his talking points. His talking points are still alive. And he been gone from the earth for what, 3 years now, something like that. It's niggas that still use his talking points to this day. It's still niggas that use his talking points to this day. It's still individuals that want to copy Kevin Samuels. Feel how you want to feel about Buddy. Feel how you want to feel about Buddy. It's individuals that still want to copy him. It's individuals that still hate him and he's in the dirt. It's people that still love him. They worship him. He's the Godfather. And it's people that love the fact that he's 6 feet under. I'm just saying. No emotions, reality. But there's a lot of individuals try to copy Kevin Samuels. There's a lot of individuals try to copy all these individuals. Fresh and Fit. You got the Whatever podcast. And I used to watch Fresh and Fit, not because I'm a nigga that was desperate for some guidance. No, I'm looking at the women on Fresh and Fit. Why lie? But because of Fresh and Fit, you got Whatever. They copy and paste and repeat. Same shit. Same shit. Doing the same things over and over again. But what I teach over here is not about imitation. It's not follow the lead over here. It's about understanding. It's about understanding the mechanics. It's about understanding what's going on. It's not about doing what they're doing. It's about understanding what they're doing and how they're getting what they're getting. That's what you got to do. Now we're going to break that down. Again, attention is caused by controversy. Attention is caused by challenge, something you saying, debates and shit like that. That's attention. Me saying something controversial, me doing something that's out, that's short, that's crazy, vital. And you have to talk about it, whether good or whether bad. If I got you talking about it, it's attention. I'm getting the attention. The second thing, again, attention leads to belief. So if I do something that gets the attention coming in, that's getting my audience, right? Right? So now I'm saying shit and doing shit that this audience believe in. They believe what I'm saying and what I'm doing to be honest, to be real, because they're feeling like that. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell the truth over here. I tell the truth over here. I'm a degenerate, retired pookie. I done did some shit. And there's a lot of men out there like me. There's a lot of men out there like me, whether they want to admit it or not. Because the whole thing is to make it seem like you don't do nothing wrong. I can't ride with it. I know I done did shit wrong. I know I did. And I stand on it. I'm not perfect. I'm not righteous. I do what the fuck I feel like. If I do something that look right, that's because it was right. Not because I'm trying to get brownie points for doing something right. It was the right thing to do. And I'm also the same individual that would see somebody need some motherfucking help and would not help them. I'll watch them suffer. for my personal enjoyment. That's the type of individual I am. If I feel like helping you out, I have not a problem helping you out. But if I feel like watching you suffer, getting that. If I feel like helping you, I will help you. If I don't want to help you, I'm not going to help you. And you can say what you want to say. I don't care. Because that's my choice. And I stand on my choice. You can't guilt trip me into helping you. You can't guilt trip me into donating. You can't guilt trip me to do shit I don't want to do. I don't want to do it. Tell me what you want to go. I don't care. I stand on what I am. I stand on what I am. So if you coming over here to listen to me, just know this is what you're getting. You're getting the truth. I'm an average dude. 6 feet, 225, 230. Never been a 6-figure nigga. Never been a 6-figure nigga. But I need a lot of shit that they only say 6-figure niggas can do. It's a mentality. It's not because a 6-figure nigga is better than me. It's because the access is limited to a 6-figure nigga. I'm an available nigga. It's niggas like me around. It's men like me that's walking around every day. They available. The only difference between me and some of these guys is right here of my mindset. I'm a savage. I'm a savage. When I tell people that I'm this watered down, I have no reason to be a savage right now. I'm a house dog. Catch me in 25, 24, 25, 26, 30. I'm a street, I'm an outside dog that somebody try to put in the house. So again, y'all trying to copy somebody. Y'all trying to copy somebody instead of being yourself. So again, attention, doing something controversial gonna get your attention. And the attention you getting from the audience gonna, you know what I'm saying, gonna lead to belief. Like I said, I tell the truth over here. If you roll over here, you're gonna listen to the truth. You can say how you can feel how you want to feel after I tell you the truth. But it is what it is. Yes, sir. Go ahead, no doubt.
It's a very important matter.
What's the matter?
It's a wasp in the kitchen
Where it?
by the seasoning cabinet.
Well, put him in the car seat and go kill the wasp.
I was just saying.
I'm just saying, it's like I got the weed in my hand. I don't want to hold him while you going to kill the wasp. Passing him in because then he like to flip out that junk.
You almost done, or you still?
Am I almost done? Just about. Just about. Well, yeah, just about. That don't mean try to miss the waltz on purpose. Man, I got stung by a wall yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Man, that shit hurt. That motherfucker stung me on my finger.
He said, what?
I was talking about when I got stung yesterday. Yeah, I got stung yesterday. That shit hurt like a motherfucker. It caught me by surprise because what I was doing, I was in my computer and I was watching YouTube, and my son came in with my grandson. They had just woke up, and I was reaching for him, so I put my phone down and I started rubbing my pants, and everything I know, my right pointing finger started throbbing. I'm like, man, what the hell wrong with my finger? And my son just was having a look and said, Dad, it's a wasp on your leg. I said, oh shit. I just told I'm looking around trying to find something to kill it. You know what I'm saying? Because it caught me by surprise and finger throbbing and shit like that. I don't think I was like just looking around to find something to kill it. I'm just like, hey, little dog, go get something and go smack this motherfucker. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? And little dog came back with a shoe and slapped the motherfucker. Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, I'm so glad that motherfucker didn't sting my grandson. Cause then I was like, ah, shit. Ain't no telling. I don't know if he allergic or what. Cause the grandmama allergic to bee stings and shit like this. I don't know if he gonna be allergic or whatever case may be. Don't need to be going to the hospital for a bee sting because he allergic. So but it is what it is. I love my grandson. Fat man, what's up, fat man? So I see you over there, granddad. And clap hands. Yeah, clap hands. You get him. Say, come get me, nigga. Say, granddad ain't paying me no attention. Granddad will be finished in a minute, man. Granddad, get granddad a couple more minutes. I'll be through in a minute. Okay? Okay? All right. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. I'll be through in a minute, though. You say come on at 1:45? Yeah, I'll be through in a minute. Oh, y'all have to excuse me, man. You know what I'm saying? I had to deal with my family. You know what I'm saying? I love my family. So anyway, I do something controversial to get the attention. And once the attention comes, now the attention is a belief. You believe in me. That's why you over and watching. You believe in me. And I'm telling you the truth. Now, the belief turns into the identity. Because like I said, if you believe in what I'm saying, that's because you doing what you're doing what I have done, or doing what I'm doing, or you're thinking about doing what I'm doing. That's the same thing that go along with the red pill and the manosphere, is that them guys are doing what you want to do. They are doing what you want to do, what is real or fake. And the ones that's doing the content on them, they want the attention that the bad guy gets. They want what the bad guy got. That's why they have such vitriol toward them. So attention, doing something to get the attention, then the attention leads to the belief. The belief leads to the identity, connecting with you. And now by you connecting, now I get paid. Now I get paid. Now tell me, is that not the same thing that the good guy do? They say something to get people into their chat, into their platform. Then when they keep repeating the same things over and over again, you start believing it. You already feel like, you know what I'm saying, what they saying is real, what they saying has some validity. So now you believe that this person is saying something that you have faith in. Now you connecting to them. I feel like this is my guy, this is my chick, I rock with, woo, woo. And now you connected to them, now you finna pay them. Again, like I said, the bad guy do it, something to talk about. When the good guy do it, it's out of righteousness. But you're trying to get paid too. What is a preacher? A preacher gonna preach the word. Y'all believe in it. Y'all go to church, I guess. You believe in the religion. So you believe in the preacher. The preacher gonna tell you, the preacher gonna give you them good words at that good book. Y'all gonna eat that shit up. And everything you know, the collection plate passed around 25 times. All in the name of a place you can't see until you pass away. Make that part make sense. You're going to donate to the church, and the preacher telling you you're trying to reserve a spot in the golden gates of heaven. And how the hell you know until you die that you're going to heaven or hell? Just because you believe if you do what the good book tell you do, you're going to heaven. But from my understanding, there's only so many people that's going to heaven. The majority of the people that's kissing ass is not going to heaven. So you figure that part out. And that's me being on the shit that folks don't like. They don't like me talking about religion. But to each his own. But to each his own. Have at it. So when y'all looking at inside the manosphere, when y'all looking at the manosphere, when y'all looking at the red pill, SYSBM, you know what I'm saying, the pickup artist, whoever the case may be, you can either react. You can react, make your reaction videos, do your reaction content. You don't like them, you can react or you can respond. You can recognize. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of calling and making the reactions, you can recognize what's going on. Because if you like it or not, whether you want to deal with it or not, that ain't even the point. What you need to be looking at is seeing what works. You don't have to agree with what the fuck I'm saying. You don't have to agree with shit anybody is saying. Just recognize that whatever system that they're using is working. You'll never have to agree with Myron. You'll never have to agree with Anton. You'll never have to agree with some of the guys that talk that red pill shit, that manosphere shit. What is the black manosphere or the regular manosphere, white manosphere, Asian manosphere, Latino, whatever manosphere it is, you don't have to agree with none of that shit these niggas say. None of it. But recognize why it works. Recognize why what they do works. Do that. And if it work, why would they stop? Why would I stop doing something that works? If anything, I'm going to try to amplify it. I'm going to try to multiply it. Why would I stop doing it? Because again, ladies and gentlemen, the good guy do it too. And this ain't even about good and evil. This is about recognizing systems that work. I tell y'all all the time, I don't ride with a side. I ride with the truth. I ride with economics. That's what I ride with. I don't ride with genders. I don't ride with ideologies. I don't ride with religions and politics. No, I ride on the truth, economics, supply and demand. That's what I stand on. Whether you're good or bad, you're doing the same system. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you're using the same system. Whatever your religion is, you're using the same system. Whatever you believe in, you're using the same system, whether it's the good or the bad. You're doing the same systems. And if it works, you're not going to stop using the system. It's when it don't work is when you want to start doing other shit, trying to find out what works. That's what that is. And like I said, what I do over here is not about imitation. It's not about copying. It's not about that. It's not about just being Manosphere. It's not just about being this space. No, it ain't about red pill. It ain't just about that. No. What I do is further than that. It's about why attention moves the way it moves. That's what I talk about. Attention is a currency and attention is a drug. How do you use your attention? How do you get attention? That's what I talk about over here. You know what I'm saying? I talk about how how a belief in something forms. I don't talk about just a thought process. I'm talking about a belief system. You know what I'm saying? I believe in doing whatever you got to do to get ahead. I believe that. Now, how I get ahead, how I do what I do to get ahead is I'm an investor. I invest in behaviors. I don't invest in just a person. I invest in how you act. For whatever type of relationship, personal or professional, I invest in how you act. I sit back and observe and say, do I want to deal with this person in whatever type of environment I want to deal with them in? If I don't want to deal with them, I don't deal with them. They're bad for me. They're bad for my brand. They're bad for my family. They're bad for my friends. They're bad for my money. They're bad for what I believe. Like I said, I believe in doing what you gotta do to get ahead, but I believe in investing in good quality people for the long term. Regardless of the sexuality, regardless of the race, regardless of the gender, regardless of the financial class, I invest in good people. I invest in good people that actually trying to do something. If I ain't saying you got to be perfect. You ain't got to be perfect around me. Just be on your business. I'm not saying you need to button up your shirt, talk proper and all that type of shit. I could care less about all that type of shit. Take care of your business. That's what we here for, to take care of our business. We can chill later. We can go kick it later. If me and you vibe, we can kick it later. We can go smoke blunts together later. We can go drink later. We can go out to eat later. We can play PlayStation later. We can do all the other shit later. We got to do this first. I ain't telling you to be a certain type of individual. We need to take care of this business first. That's what I believe in. Take care of the business. You know what I'm saying? I talk about where your identity is built. You got to believe in yourself. You got to take accountability for yourself. You can't blame society for your failure. You can't blame women for your failure. You can't blame men for your failure. You can't blame. You have to take accountability for yourself and where you're doing wrong at. And if you're comfortable with some of the shit you do, fine, cool, stand on it. Don't try to use it as a weapon again, because somebody used it against you. Now it's like, oh, they used it again. Now you standing on that shit, stand on it. Or shut the fuck up about it. Either stand on what you standing on or shut the fuck up about it. You standing on sand. You standing on weak land. Swamp water. That's what you're standing on. I like standing on concrete. I like standing on stable ground. This is who I am. It took me a minute to get around to finally embrace who I really am. But once I finally embraced who I am, guess what happened? Everything started moving in a way to where I have no problems. Or if I do have problems, it's not major problems. It's nothing I can't deal with in 72 hours. It ain't gonna take me months to figure it out. No. Nope. Nope. I stand on what I stand on. And I think that's part of the problem with the ones y'all don't like. Is because they saying something that sound good, but behind the doors, behind the cameras, they degenerates. Like I said, I stand on being a degenerate, a retired pookie. I'm not finna sit up here and tell you shit without saying I did the shit. Either I was the perpetrator or the victim. Either I did it for the right reason or I did it for the wrong reason. I'm not finna sit up here and tell y'all did that and the third, and I ain't never did none of the shit. I'm never gonna be a hypocrite. I'm never gonna be contradictory. I'm never gonna be contradictory. I'm standing on the side that makes sense. Economics. Depending on what the hell I want, and depending on what the hell I'm finna do, it's all me. You don't like it. You can like it. You can hate it. You can love it. You can despise it. Whatever the case may be. I did what I did because I wanted to do it. Sue me. I suggest that people do the same thing. Now, within reason, I ain't saying to go around and start the purge. No, I ain't saying all that type of shit. But when it comes down to pick your lane, do what you're gonna do, and stand on your actions. That's all I really tell you. Stand on your actions. And when you look at all that type of shit, that's how your value get created. When you look at all that type of shit, that's how your value get created. Stand on your shit. Stand on your shit. See, that's the part of the bad guy. That's the part of the bad guy that I have to look at them and say, bro, you got all these motherfuckers coming after y'all. Coming after y'all. Left and right, left and right, left and right. It don't even matter. They coming after y'all. Making hit pieces, forming like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? They doing whatever they got to do to take you down, bruh. Stand on your shit. I could respect you more as the bad guy if you tell folks you're the bad guy. I could respect you more if you sit here and say you're the bad guy. And the shit you do, you can look at it how you want to look at it. I can respect you more. That's why I sit there and say, if I'm the bad guy, oh, I'm the Joker. If you ever call me the bad guy, I'm the Joker. I know what the fuck I am. I'm the Joker. I'm Darth Vader. I'm Megatron. I'm Cobra Commander. I'm Jason Voorhees. If I'm the bad guy, oh, I'm the bad guy. I have not a problem accepting that role. If that's what the role gonna be, if I'm the bad guy because of what I do, I'm stepping on everything I see. Okay, now what? I'm the bad guy. Like I give a damn. Why do you care that I'm the bad guy? Why? Because the bad guy able to do what you can't do, and you feel some type of way. So that's the only thing I had with the bad guys that y'all call the bad guys, is that y'all won't stand on that shit. Stand on it. Tell them, beat on your chest that, yeah, I'm a degenerate. Beat on your chest. Let these people that come after you know I stand on everything I stand on. Now what? Now what? Because when you come back around as the bad guy, there's a reason there's a bad guy and a good guy. Because the good guy doing what he got to do. They're telling everybody that, oh, Big Dog the bad guy. Anton's the bad guy. Myron is the bad guy. The Manosphere the bad guy. That's your job as the good guy, to tell people who the bad guy is. But as the good guy, what are you doing? You're trying to gain your forces. You're trying to strengthen your army against the bad guy. You need your ranks to be filled. And you're going to preach your message to get people to join your army to go against the bad guy. Are you not doing the same thing that the bad guy is doing? Are you not giving these folks a belief to join you, to go against them? Are you now using an us versus them mentality? So you're no different, good guy. You're no different, Optimus Prime. You're no different, Batman, Iron Man. You're no different. You're no different. You're just doing it for righteous reasons. It's understandable. Anyway, it's 1:40. Me and my son finna watch Michigan State play. I think Louisville. I think it's in Michigan State, Louisville. Yep. So I appreciate everybody that came through. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't like this, John, like it. If you ain't shared it, share it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I surely appreciate it. We growing over here. That's all I can say. And like I said, if you would like to donate to the Attraction Economics Operation System, you know what I'm saying? Any donation that you send is truly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? It's getting built as we speak right now. And yeah. So like I said, whether you a good guy or a bad guy, you could be Megatron or you can be Thundercracker. I'm just saying. Either you can be the big bad or the sidekick on either side. Either you're Batman or Robin. Either you the main good guy or you the sidekick. Either you the main bad guy or you the sidekick. The big bad, they get all the attention. The big good, the leader gets all the attention. Everybody else to the support of this. Bumblebee get a movie. Bumblebee done got a movie. And everybody loves Starscream and Soundwave. So yeah, no, it is what it is. But anyway, let me get up out of here. I appreciate y'all coming through. I get up with y'all good people later.
Told you. Explained everything I learned. Say less. Make them lean in. Let's talk more pool, that's the code I live by. If they gotta ask questions, I already went right. I don't show the whole play, I just give them the why. Mystery, make them invest, transparency, make them scroll by. Less, more pull, let the silence reply. I don't need to convince, let the presence imply. If they curious, they coming, I don't gotta try. Mystery, make them commit, transparency, make them pass by. Everybody oversharing, trying to prove they the one. Every detail on display, now the tension is gone. If you in it all the way, what's the reason to stay? No discovery, no desire, no reason to pay. See, attraction is occurring, I just tap in the flow. I don't chase attention, I just give them a glow. When you speaking outcomes, not the steps that you took. Now they leaning in heavy like the end of a hook. Yeah. I don't over justify, I don't beg to be heard. I just plant a small seed, let it spread through the world. And the ones who align, they gon' follow the trail. Curiosity convert, that's a silent sale. If you gotta explain it, you low in your frame. If you quiet with power, they remember your name. It's not what you say, it's the space that you leave. The space turn attention into something they need. I don't post every move, I don't show every win. I let absence talk loud, let it echo within. See the market is loud, everybody compete. But the quiet authority hit different on beat. I give glimpses of vision, I don't open the vault. Make them wonder what's deeper, now they feel it's their fault. If they don't lean in close, they might miss what I know. And that fear of missing out, turn a spark to a glow. I don't argue with doubters, I don't fight for belief. I just let results talk, let success be the brief. If they ready, they find me, if not let them pass. I don't need every eye, I just need the right class. Say less, let it breathe. What's hidden got more gravity. When they ask, you receive. That's the law of attraction, see. Let's talk, small pull, that's the code I live by. If they gotta ask questions, I already went right. I don't show the whole play, I just give them the why. Mystery, make them invest, transparency, make them scroll by. Let's talk more pull, let the silence reply. I don't need to convince, let the presence imply. If they curious, they coming, I don't gotta try. Mystery, make them commit, transparency, make them pass by.